From the John C. Hinch Production Art Studios in Peoria, Illinois, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts Shane Fryer and Stephanie Robbins. News with Dawn McClure, Marcella Gillen, and the Midstate reporting team. Sports with Tim Leahy. In the Spotlight with Christine Gale. Get Real with Brent Travalis. On the Beat with Brandon Johnson. Let's Eat with Matt Mulvaney. Chad Weber takes us about town. Street Team with Derod Taylor. And State of the Arts with Lizzie Scoville. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine. Take it away, kids.
Good evening. Welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm your host, Shane Fryer.
And I'm your other host, Stephanie Robbins.
So, Stephanie, you know where I really want to go this weekend?
Where do you really want to go this weekend?
Tanner's Orchard.
Tanner's? I have not been there in a while.
What's a while?
A year. I haven't gone there. I only go there about once a year.
Yeah, I go like every time you can. That's why I go like every day. But
you have no life that you're able to go every single day.
Okay, I don't
You
really
might as well go work
every
there.
day, but I would go every day if it was down the road.
If it was, well, technically it is down one road. It's just a bit of a ways down that road.
A long, long road. But the best part about Tanner's is not the apples. Not the apples.
No.
It's the llamas. The llamas.
The llamas?
I like to say llamas. But
you like to speak in proper English?
yes.
Yeah.
It's more fun that way. But you just get a handful of feed, and then the llamas come and they eat it. And then it kind of tickles.
Aren't you worried they're going to spit at you?
Nope.
I always get scared that they're going to spit at me.
If a llama spit at me, I wouldn't mind. It's natural.
Well, if you're into that kind of thing.
But yeah, the apple cider donuts aren't bad either.
Did you hear that this year they had an apple frost, so they don't even have their own apples? They had to go buy apples, so you can't even go pick the apples there this year.
So they're not nearly as good.
See, but you'd know that if you already would have went, because you go once a week, you know?
Well, we have to find out what else is going up around town. So let's check out what's going on with the news team.
Hi, I'm Dawn McClure.
And I'm Marcella Gillen. Now let's take a look at the news. Bradley University police were scrutinized for their response to 2 armed robberies on students that happened earlier last week. Late Monday night, 2 female students were robbed at gunpoint right outside their apartment complex. Immediately, a text was sent out to students describing the suspect and a warning to use caution. 2 hours later, another student was approached at gunpoint. Both incidents occurred less than 5 blocks from each other and 2 blocks from campus. This is the 3rd consecutive week that a student has been attacked or robbed. Students have been urged to travel in groups and call a police escort if necessary. The number to contact for an escort is 677-2000.
The Illinois Supreme Court has approved the use of cameras and recording devices in more courtrooms across Illinois. DuPage County near Chicago and 10 more counties in southern Illinois will now allow recording devices in the 1st and 18th judicial circuits. DuPage County will be the first in the Chicago area to allow the use of cameras and recording devices in its trial courts. Currently, a total number of 23 Illinois counties have been approved.
A new SARS-like virus has been discovered in Saudi Arabia last weekend. Scientists don't know how deadly the virus may become, but it has already claimed the life of 1 person and left another in critical condition. The situation has raised some concerns about the upcoming Hajj pilgrimage, which brings millions of people from around the world to Saudi Arabia. Pilgrims are being advised to wash their hands and wear masks in crowded areas. Gordon Mills, a former Dunlap High School teacher, was charged last week with secretly videotaping the undergarments of students. Mills resigned on September 8th after images showing high schoolers and middle schoolers were found on his computer. A student originally stumbled upon the images and reported them to her school staff. Mills is currently being held on a $7,500 bond.
Illinois saw a recent increase in poverty from 2010 to 2011. It's estimated that 150,000 more people dropped below the poverty line last year. That brings the total number of Illinois residents in poverty to about 1.9 million. Illinois is one of only 17 states to see a significant increase in poverty rates.
The Big Tent has been entertaining families for generations.
The Piccadilly Circus recently stopped by the East Peoria Event Center and was no exception. Michael Miller has more from the circus.
The circus has landed in central Illinois. With elephants, clowns, and daredevils, the circus catered to people of all ages. This ranges from circus lifers to first-time spectators.
The excitement of finally being able to go to the circus and seeing the animals and the elephants and everything. The trapeze people on the little thing doing all the flips, I think that's definitely going to be most exciting.
You cannot go anywhere and find this kind of quality family entertainment.
Under the big top, Ian Garden has been putting together circuses with his family since 1938, and the best acts have yet to come.
We have acrobats from Romania, we've got people from France, trapeze, clowns from Spain, you know, you've got camels, you've got elephants, you've got zebras. It's a show that just, it'll amaze everybody that comes and sees it.
In 1938, Garden's grandfather started Garden Brothers Circus in Canada and later passed it on to Garden's father and his siblings. Then came Ian's turn to take over the family trade, who now says the audience is as thrilled as ever.
At the end of the show, almost every show, we get standing ovations. People come here, and I don't know if they're quite sure what to expect, but by the time they leave, they're absolutely amazed.
Reporting for Midstate Magazine, I'm Michael Miller.
Thanks, Michael. Now let's go to Tim with sports.
Thanks, Marcella. The Peoria Chiefs and St. Louis Cardinals are officially together again. The two teams agreed to sign a 4-year minor league affiliation deal. Both teams signed the deal outside O'Brien Field in front of more than 300 fans. The Cardinals were the Chiefs affiliate from 1995 through 2004. The past 8 years, the Chiefs were connected with the Chicago Cubs, but at least for the next 4 years, the Chiefs will be associated with the St. Louis Cardinals. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish will no longer be playing the Michigan Wolverines in football. Notre Dame is opting out of the football series with Michigan. This means the last scheduled game between the two college programs will be in 2014. The Fighting Irish recently decided to move into the ACC for every sport but football. The Irish beat the Wolverines 13-6 in the latest game of the storied series that goes all the way back to 1887. Prior to this announcement, both teams were scheduled to play until the 2018 season. Courtney Keefe, a sophomore on the Bradley volleyball team, sat down with our Spencer Siegel earlier this week. Spencer has the story.
Bradley Braves women's volleyball is off to an interesting start this year, and sophomore Courtney Keefe is at the center of it all. I sat down with Courtney and head coach Jenny Maurer to discuss the impact that she's had on the team.
Courtney has done a great job for us. She worked her way onto a starting role last year as a freshman, which is not an easy thing to do. And I think exactly what I said before about what those older players have allowed her to do is be herself. And Courtney's just a spark plug. She's that fire on the court. She's that energy. She'll come up with just little phrases or things that we call it Courtney language because we're not always quite sure what she says because she says it so quickly, but it kind of gets everybody to just relax and have fun and remember why they fell in love with the sport in the first place.
As a sophomore, Courtney has played every one of the team's games while leading the team at her position in defensive digs. When I sat down with Courtney, I asked her what she believes her main role on the team is.
I don't know, it's just like kind of like I take that as like my leadership role on the team is just always having positive energy and always making people smile and always just trying to get them to bring out, like I'm always trying to bring the best out of people, so knowing if they have like that positive energy around them at all times, they can't really avoid me, and I'm always in their ear talking, so I'm kind of like a gnat.
Where do you think you'd be today without volleyball?
Oh my God, I have no idea. Maybe at home at a community college studying something else. I really have no idea because volleyball is like my whole entire life.
When talking with the other players and Coach Maurer about Courtney's on-court performance, one thing remained constant: energy. She feeds off of theirs and they feed off of hers. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Spencer Siegel.
Thanks, Spencer. Well, that's it for sports. Back to you, Marcella.
Thanks, Tim. An attempted burglar was found snoozing on a victim's floor last weekend. Police officers responding to a burglary call found a man asleep on the kitchen floor of a home in Hillsboro, Oregon. In his pockets, they found stolen electronics and other valuables. He was charged with burglary, trespassing, attempted theft, and criminal mischief.
He could have at least had the decency to get up and leave. Taking cat naps. What?
He's narcoleptic, sounds like to me.
I guess so.
Well, that's it for the news. I'm Tim Leahy.
I'm Don McClure.
And I'm Marcella Gillen. Have a great night and join us next week.
Thank you, news team. So, Tanner's is fun and all, but that circus looked like it'd be a lot of fun too.
That Piccadilly thing?
I haven't been to a circus since I was way little.
I don't think I've ever been to a circus.
Ever?
Ever.
Not ever.
Ever. I do like clowns and elephants and llamas, though, so I should try to go to a circus.
It looked like it was a blast. I can't believe that they have people from all over the world. They said they had clowns from Spain and people from...
I didn't catch that, but that is pretty cool. How about Argentina? Did they have people from there?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about Argentina.
All around the world, though, so... What's a dilly? Piccadilly? What's a dilly? I don't know what a dilly is. Do they mean like a dill pickle? Because pick a pickle. Might as well call it pick a pickle. The pick a pickle circus is in town.
Shane, what are we gonna do with you?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's the person's name, Piccadilly.
Maybe.
I mean, what kind of last name is Fryer?
Pick a Fryer circus. That I'd go to that. You know, they'd have llamas.
It sounds like it'd be better for food.
Maybe.
Food?
Food's great.
Yes.
Like the pickles in Piccadilly.
But we could go check out what real food there is to eat.
Yeah, let's go check out Let's Eat.
This week on Let's Eat, we're going back in time to a nifty place called the 50s Diner, where sarcasm is appreciated from customers and employees. Let's hope it's a blast from the past. After being called Maid-Rite for 20 years, the 50s Diner was renamed after relocating and adding a gift shop. As for where they came up with the name, everyone called it the 50s Diner anyway, so it was a good fit. As you can see, the 50s Diner is very kid-friendly and has a slew of genuinely kind-hearted people. After monkeying around in the gift shop a bit, we decided to sit down with one of the waitresses, and she told us about the fun environment in the 50s Diner.
No, just come on in, and we have specials every single night. We have different soups every night. Have lots of fun every night, obviously. We're very sarcastic here.
The 50s Diner has stayed with its customers even when they move out of the state.
Since we came back to visit, we're from Seminole, Oklahoma, but originally born and raised, you know, in Peoria. So we came back for a visit, and this is one of the hangouts that we had is the Maid-Rite.
There were so many choices, my head was buried in the menu. But I ended up choosing the patty melt with curly fries, and it was certainly swell. You don't have to travel far to get a fun 50s atmosphere. What's right around the corner is the 50s Diner in the Metro Center. From Midstate Magazine, I'm Matt Mulvaney with Let's Eat.
Thanks, Matt. But that food looks pretty good.
Oh, I actually got to go with him. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I've never been to a 50s diner that I didn't like. You know, I like the atmosphere.
It's kind of based off of Steak and Shake, but it's a lot more unique and it has a lot of more antiques. And the gift shop was definitely fun if you didn't notice that.
Yeah, I saw playing around with some monkeys.
Yeah, very fun family atmosphere.
Looks like my kind of place.
Your
I love
kind
monkeys,
of place.
and fake monkeys that
And
punch each other.
llamas. See, I'm a monkey person. I love monkeys. If you go in my bedroom.
If I could own a monkey and have it in my house, I would. I feed it bananas all day.
Maybe you should go live on the circus.
You know
Maybe that's more your thing.
Bring the circus to me.
Bring the circus to you. We've never even seen one.
So
I bet you could make a living going into it. You could probably go be a trapeze artist.
I could be that announcer guy that says, "Here are all the monkeys." But yeah, 50s, you know, they got some good movies back in the 50s.
Do they?
Yeah, maybe we should go check out the movies around.
Get Real. Let's go check out Get Real.
It's that time of the year again, folks. That's right, the horror season of the film industry is kicking back in, starting with this week's movie, House at the End of the Street. The film stars Jennifer Lawrence, who you might recognize from this summer's blockbusters The Hunger Games or 2010's Winter's Bone. Check out Lawrence as she's introduced to the house at the end of the street.
Can you believe it? Good backyard, huh? Is that Mr. and Mrs. Dead People's house? Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was so close. Nobody lives there, right? No.
Right off the bat, you can tell that Lawrence's acting abilities are only improving. Coming straight out of the Hunger Games into this proves she can handle any role. The film starts off with a bang and keeps the tempo going by relying on a fast narrative that really keeps you on the edge of your seat. As a result, character development and relations suffer and are kind of shallow. Lawrence and Max Terrio, in what might be his best work yet, alleviate this problem with superb acting and an interesting chemistry that each viewer will have a different reaction to. Of course, it wouldn't be a horror movie without its eerie soundtrack that slowly builds the movie up to its most intense moments. I'm giving House at the End of the Street 4 out of 5 stars, as it is truly a thrilling start to the horror season. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Brent Travalis with Get Real.
Thanks, Brent.
You know, I am not much of a scary movie type of person.
You know what? Scary movies are probably my least favorite movies. It's not that I get scared, it's just that they're usually not on the same level.
You do not want to watch a scary movie with me. I get scared. I'm the person who probably digs my hands into you and like burrows my head in your arm because I cannot do scary movies for the life of me.
What's your favorite scary movie?
None, because I don't like watching any of them. You know, have you ever seen the movie Quarantine?
Yeah, maybe.
It's about a news reporter who goes on a pack with a fire station, and they end up getting quarantined with this crazy lady who eats people, and they get quarantined in the building, and it's like this giant chase through the entire building. I swear, after seeing that movie, I almost didn't want to be a television arts major because it scared me so much.
She eats people.
I couldn't sleep without the light on for like weeks.
Well, it doesn't sound as good as the Blair Witch Project.
The Blair Witch Project.
That's the best. That's my favorite scary movie. You know.
You know, a lot of work goes into movies.
Does it?
Yes.
Well, I know behind the scenes does a lot more work than a lot of people.
Yeah, they do. Without them, we'd be nowhere.
Yeah, I guess so. They do work the cameras and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And you know who else works the cameras?
The people of About Crew, or the people we're going to interview on About Crew.
Yeah, let's go check it out. That's my favorite segment.
Oh, hello there. I've been expecting you. Justin Berkowitz, for those of you who don't already know. The camera, man's greatest achievement. What was once an unsophisticated picture box now can capture images as vividly as the human eye. But this camera is nothing but metal and glass without those who operate it. And those men and women are the subject of tonight's About Crew. Ask a Midstate Magazine camera operator why they're needed, and they'll say. And then they're gonna say.
There'd be no different shots, it'd be all the same shot of every person all the time. So, I mean, you need people to spice up the shots and the looks.
They'd get all the footage. The show wouldn't be possible without it.
Throughout their difficult work of panning, zooming, and focusing, the camera operators remain humble. So are you willing to say you're the best camera operator?
No.
What about the second?
Sure.
Before Midstate, these young camera people had no idea just how good a real camera felt.
I actually think using a big camera like this is easier than like a digital handheld one because the zoom is right there. And then the scope, the focusing, like it's not automatic, you have to do it so you can find what you want.
The zoom's better, the quality's better, just everything about it's smoother.
The risk is high when you're behind the camera at Midstate Magazine, even more so than when you're in front of it.
Everybody can see. If you screw something up, everyone can tell. Everyone's gonna know. So everything you do affects every shot. Unlike like a CG gets screwed up, maybe people don't notice it, but if you screw up the camera, if you pan wrong or you shake it too much, everyone's gonna notice.
Despite not being directly under the harsh studio spotlights, the Midstate cameramen and women continue to shine in the shadows. For Midstate Magazine, this is Justin Berkowitz.
Thanks, Justin.
Justin.
But yeah, That used to be my job that Justin has right
Really?
there.
You do see how much work goes into the show.
I know.
It's a lot more than what you just see on camera here.
All that behind-the-scenes stuff is what makes the show
It does.
magnificent.
It makes or breaks it.
It's true. Not the people on camera, because we could mess up any way we wanted. It
I
wouldn't
think
matter.
if we messed up, they'd still be very chaotic.
Maybe.
Because the people behind the scenes would get mad at us for
That is true.
For
They'd
blowing
probably
it.
get very angry.
it make their jobs harder. Let's just keep their job as easy as possible because they have a lot to deal with to begin with.
That's true. You know, make it easy as possible for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I was checking out some music last night, and guess what I was listening to?
What were you listening to today? Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Oh, you got me. You got me.
Why am I not surprised?
Boogie Wonderland. That's what it was all
But
about.
there is a lot more new music that has just come out.
Well, Brandon can tell us about some of it on the Beat.
With bestsellers like Adele, Nicki Minaj, and One Direction releasing their hit albums in 2011, pop fans have been chomping at the bit for an album that will set the standard for exactly what pop music is heard on the radio for the next 2 years or so. Pink is back with just that in her recent album drop, The Truth About Love. Teaming up for banger collaborations with the likes of Fun's Nate Ruiz, Pink has reached out to a new, more lighthearted generation of pop enthusiasts. Their collab on the track, Just Give Me a Reason, should have a familiar ring to Fun fans. Although Pink's raw, live vocals are for more of a harsher audience, her talent paired with Ruiz's auto-tune creates the perfect balance. Pink's most popular track on the album, Blow Me One Last Kiss, has already claimed its spot on the top 10 Hot 100's hits roster. The catchy tune is perhaps the representative of the spirit of the entire album, playful yet honest, with the occasional foul-mouthed lyric, so parental discretion is advised. The song ends with a narrative of the singer-songwriter where she contemplates the ending of her discontinued 10-year marriage with ex-husband Carey Hart, where she sings, "I think I finally had enough. I think I maybe think too much." For On the Beat, this is Brandon Johnson.
Thanks, Brandon. You know, Pink's been around for a while now.
Yes, I don't know for how long. I don't really listen
She seems
to
to
Pink.
have, she doesn't seem to be fading away anytime soon. She always comes out with something new. I didn't even hear about this new album.
What was it called again?
I'm not sure, but the picture on it, quite questionable.
Oh, yeah. Well, Pink
I
is
guess.
like that, I guess.
Yeah, her little funky, bold style.
Pink just is for, you know, people put it on the back of their pants. Girls do. You know, you seen that before?
Pink?
The pink written on the back of girls' pants on
Oh, the Victoria's Secret stuff?
butt. If that's what it is, I just
I'm
see
pretty
the
sure
word
that's
pink,
what you're talking
you know?
I'm sure that's what you're looking at.
Well, she's an artist, and I guess that works out. Like Earth, Wind, and Fire, they're an artist. They should write that on my pants, and I'd wear them.
I'll make you a pair of pants like that.
If you did, I might wear them every
I'll
day.
go buy some for you.
I'd wear
You
them
could
on the
show them
show.
off.
If
Yeah.
if they would let me. I'd
Wear them everywhere?
Yeah, it'd say Boogie Wonderland on the sides, and like,
All right, so you're gonna have to give me a
Let's
design,
groove.
and I'll make these pants for you. We'll have to show
let's
the
do
whole
it.
world.
Parachute pants.
Even though I'm not the best graphic or pants or clothing designer ever.
I believe you.
There's
Yeah.
so many different arts out there, though. I'm more better. Probably. Okay, maybe art's not my thing.
Paintings, those are great.
Painting? Are you
I'm
good
not-
at painting?
No, but I like Picasso.
Picasso.
Yeah,
Picasso.
like llamas. But Lizzie always has something interesting for us.
And I think she does actually have a painter with her. Let's check it out with State of the Arts.
Hello, welcome to State of the Arts. I'm your host, Elizabeth Scoville. Today in the studio, we have Sam Schaefer. He's a senior at Bradley University studying television arts. As a hobby, he likes to paint, draw, and do some photography. He's brought some artwork and some pictures as well to share with us. Thank you, Sam, for coming today.
Thank you.
So when did you first get involved in art?
I started getting involved with art in high school, actually, but once I graduated, I went to my community college and I picked up art from there too and got a bachelor and associates in arts and sciences, so I studied art there as well.
Oh, nice. So what's your favorite thing to do with art? Paint, take pictures, draw? What do you find your niche in?
I kind of like all of it, but if I had to choose, I'd say I like painting the best.
Well, speaking of painting, you've actually brought one of your paintings for us. So can you tell me a little bit about this one?
Sure. This is one of my second paintings in this series. The series is called Gems of the Ocean. It's a series of 3 different mermaids. This one is called Sapphire is the name of the painting in the series. And it's a mermaid with a blue tail and black hair, and yeah.
Okay, well, I can see why you named it Sapphire, blue sapphire. So we're going to show another picture on the screen next, and this one actually looks a lot like this one. It's another painting you did?
Yes. This one is actually another one in the series. This one is called Ruby in the Gems of the Ocean series. So as you can see, it's also a mermaid. The tail color is red, so that's why it's called Ruby. And the other one in the series, which I didn't bring a picture of today, is actually called Topaz, and the tail is yellow.
Nice. So for this painting, did you do a whole new girl, or did you somehow have the same outline and then just fill it in with color?
I had the same basic outline that I transferred onto the canvas, and then I painted each one. So
that's really cool.
Yes, it all started from the same original drawing, and then I just painted each one onto a larger scale canvas.
That's really cool. So the next one we have up here, it's not one from your series, correct?
Correct.
Is it one, when did you do this next one?
This next one I did in mid-March of 2011, and this one is called Pure Fowl. It's actually, it's actually of one of my geese. I live on a farm, so I had a picture of a goose, and I just freehand drew it onto this canvas. It's the size of the canvas is actually 4 inches by 4 inches, so it's not very large.
Wow.
And I spent about 3 hours on it, so it didn't take as long as some of my previous paintings, but it was enjoyable to do because it had a home roots connection.
And it has remarkable detail for such a small canvas. So for this next one, is this a picture of a birdhouse, or is this a painting?
This is actually a drawing. This is a drawing in colored pencil. It was for one of my art classes at my community college. It was one of my final projects. So it's a colored pencil mixed media with watercolors.
What made you decide on a birdhouse for this project?
That birdhouse is actually in front of my house, and I honestly needed a subject that showed wood detail in it, so this is what I came up with, and I was happy with the results.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty realistic. That's why I had to ask if it was a picture.
Thank you.
But this final one that we're going to show, this is, I can pretty much see, is a photograph, right, of a bee on a flower?
Yes, this is a photograph. This one is not named, but it's a bee on a dandelion. Actually, the dandelion was about 1 inch long, so if you can imagine how small the bee actually is, this is a very close-up photograph.
Wow.
And I did adjust some of the hue and saturation to get some of the color effects. Otherwise, the picture has been unchanged.
Wow.
And I was actually really close to the subject. So.
Wow, and did you get stung?
No, I did not, so it was a good day.
Well, thank you for sharing your art with us, Sam. It's been a pleasure, and it's beautiful work. I hope you continue doing it.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, Sam, for stopping by, and thank you for watching. That's all the time we have for today. For State of the Arts, I'm Elizabeth Scoville.
Thanks, Lizzie and Sam. That was really talent
that was
right there.
Pretty good. I mean, did he get some of that honey from that bee though? I like honey, and bees make honey, so he should have.
You like everything. Is there anything you really don't like or don't oppose?
There are things
You're
I
pretty
don't like.
chill.
I don't like whole milk.
Whole milk.
I like
of
2%.
all things, not. Know what I don't like? My biggest pet peeve is people who cannot drive.
People that can't drive.
Yes.
Well, that
who
is a
can drive poorly, who really should not be driving. That has got to be my biggest pet peeve.
There are some stereotypes I could say, but
I am from Chicago. I learned to drive in Chicago. I may be a bit wild, but I like to say that I have pretty confident driving and that people just get in my way because they don't know how to make their car go.
you know what? I think that you're the bad driver and you're just impatient.
I am not a bad driver. I have never been in an accident, knock on wood.
Well, neither have I.
Have you got your license?
Yes, I have my license. Is that a joke? I mean, but yeah, I've got my license. But, you know, bad drivers are pretty much the worst thing, besides whole milk.
Whole milk. See, I could deal with that, but I think that bad driving could be worse because you could possibly be injured.
I guess so. Well,
whole milk.
You can be impatient some other time. Well, that's all we have for this week. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Shane Fryer.
And I'm Stephanie Robbins. Have a good night and join us next week. I don't
Yeah.